Should we do last call?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I'm chomping at the bit. Okay, obviously. Oh my God. Dead Money by Jacob Kerr. I binged it in 2 days, and you guys should see all my little things. This book is about tech. It's about a murder. As the unofficial problem solver for Silicon Valley's most ruthless venture capitalist, Mackenzie Clyde's an expert at wrangling tech bros and their multi-millions, even as her own shot at a windfall remains just out of reach. It's really good, and I'll just a little bit of a spoiler. There is a pink collar crime in it, which he doesn't refer to it as pink collar crime. He just refers to it as garden variety embezzlement. He's a lawyer. He doesn't know these things. I reached out to him on LinkedIn, hopefully. I love this book, and it's written by a lawyer. Can you meet, like, hello? So
I do
really,
feel you give a lot of lawyers some props in here. You might be promoting lawyers now.
no. No. Yeah, I think it came out about a year ago, and I got it in my local bookstore because I liked the title Dead Money. I didn't know what dead money meant. It was really good. Highly recommend.
Okay. Well, I have one that's kind of off the wall, but it may not be because I'm sure they gamble at some point for Qatar, which is a link for open data and business portals. Always an interesting one to look at, which I didn't realize that. And this came off of Substack. So it definitely is something that you could look into, because I've actually done some stuff in Qatar, and I wish I would have known about a lot of the links that are provided. So I'll flip that up there, and you guys can look at it. There's also some other stuff on Substack. When you look at OSINT Tech, he's always, pushing stuff in for dark web resources or any other kind of resources as well. But I like the Qatar one, not guitar, but
Qatar. She would have had players from Qatar.
So that's mine.
Okay. I can go with mine. Mine is kind of the psychological profiling side of it for her. So she always had that player dossier. That was her value that she had for her game. And instead of keeping necessarily all the individual details, she kept like their weakness. What was their tilt, their problem in the game, or how is she going to watch that and figure out ways to exploit it? And I think when we were doing an investigation, I have a suspects dossier, not necessarily a player's dossier, but I kind of keep track of some of those things and putting that in as some of my OSINT aspect. And then I add their data points after. So I find out whatever is public about them. So if we were all playing a poker game, we'd have to do a nice little dossier on each one of us, and then investigate what I would then have as artifacts after. So I think a good dossier is always nice and important.
Absolutely.
My last call is going to kind of go along with yours in the dossier, but mine's very specifically about the social media dossier. I can just imagine what her social media looked like. She's probably not an influencer. She probably keeps a little bit close to the chest, but her connections would be amazing. Like the few that you start to see, like the movie star, the whatever. And so for that, I have not just analytics.com. It's just another one of those tools that you kind of dive into an Instagram account, look at where they spike in membership, take a closer look at their members, that sort of thing, or their friends lists.
Friends list is always a good one. Well, that's
Or who they
awesome.
follow. Yeah, who they follow when it's more of a public person.
And who
Absolutely.
follows that?
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, as
right.
always, you should follow. All of us are on LinkedIn. That's probably the easiest way to follow us, is to follow us on LinkedIn. Follow OSINT Cocktail by subscribing at osintcocktail.com or on YouTube under OSINT Cocktail.
Thank you so much.
See you guys next week.
Yeah.